Coming now is Ray Savoy, founder and director of Langston Junior Boys and Girls Golf Club, and Edward Justice, a member of the National Capital Optimist Club. I called you all the dynamic duo, and we're going to find out how you all have been working together. But welcome to Win TV.
Thank you, Denise. It's a pleasure.
Wonderful, wonderful. So the question I was going to ask is, has the golf season started? But I told you, I drove by Langston the other day. It looked like a standing room only. Where's the place where you just, what is it called? I feel so silly. Where you you hit the balls, you just hit them.
Practice area.
Yeah, the practice area.
Yeah, yeah. The driving range.
The driving range. Thank you, Ray. That's what I was trying to figure out. Yeah, it was so many people out there. It was amazing.
Well, they have a lot of people learning to play this game and have fun doing it. That's what it's all about.
Wonderful.
That's what it's about with our young people that we're working with. So,
you have been doing this for many, many years with young people in the DC area. Just getting them out, teaching them about golf and the principles related to golf. Why do you do this, Ray?
Well, I've been brought up in a surrounding and atmosphere where my family taught about giving back. We were brought up with the love. Being one of 8 siblings, we were brought up where we were taught to love and give back. And from that basis, as a young man or as a boy, you might want to say, to even the desire to help and give back. It was so important. So that has been innate in me, and I've been doing it ever since.
And so, and it's a great thing because that's where a lot of young people are getting their start and their interest in golf is over there at Langston and under your direction. And Ed, now, bring on the Optimist Club. I would need to be very optimistic if I thought I could really play golf. So, but how do you all work together? What is the Optimist Club?
Well, first of all, the Optimist Club is a civic organization with the focus of helping youth. Optimist organization dates all the way back to 1916. There's thousands of clubs, tens of thousands of members in multiple countries, like 20 countries. Mm. This local club was formed in the 30s. And like I said, our purpose is to serve youth. Our motto is friend of youth. And we try to aid and encourage the development of youth. And we even offer some scholarship programs like a writing contest. We call it our essay contest. We have an unusual program, a communications contest for deaf and hard of hearing, which is very inspirational to watch. Some of those youth are really amazing. Then we also are involved in junior golf. And the Optimist organization has an international championship every year. And for the first time ever this year in Washington, D.C., there will be a qualifier for that. The qualifiers are usually scattered around different places, but now there's one in D.C.
So what does that mean? Both of you, Ray, I'll ask you. So you have young people who will be competing to be in this National Youth Golf Tournament?
Competing in this tournament, which is going to be held April 18th, starting around 8:30, 8:45. And these youngsters that are in the competition will be competing for a chance to, leave the DC metropolitan area, go to Florida to compete. As they say, this will be the first time ever in the 16-year history that we are able to get what we call qualifiers to leave, say, from Langston and go to Florida to take part in the international competition down there in Florida. Very important, and it's a very wholesome and worthy program for our young people.
That's amazing. That's fantastic. Now, are they mostly what's the age group?
10 to 18.
10 to 18. Okay. And are you all seeing a growing number of young people interested in golf?
Yes, I have. My thing, when I first started my junior golf program, it was a thing more or less where we found that the parent wanted the kids to learn the game as a way of they freeing themselves. Now it's a thing where the kids are telling the parent, I want to go play and learn the game of golf. So it's important that you have that mental aspect approach to this game, because if a kid has a problem with playing the game of golf, they enjoy it more because they want to do it. They want to participate. So very important.
And will the public be? I mean, we're still in the midst of this pandemic. This is in a couple of weeks, which is, I mean, this is something I would want to watch myself. But is it open to the public to come and watch the qualifier event?
It is this year for the first time. As long as they rent a golf cart from the golf course, they'll be allowed on the course. But we have to really monitor, their activities, and they have to be spectators. They can't be participants.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They can't help the kids out. They have to maintain the distance.
Remembering the number one thing, social distance and wearing their masks.
Wonderful, wonderful. What makes golf a good sport for young people to play and to learn?
I'll speak up
Sure.
because, as Ray has taught, some of Ray's programs emphasize taking the lessons that you learn on the golf course and applying them to life. Lessons like honesty and integrity and striving for excellence. And that's the real attraction to youth golf for me, is to reemphasize honesty and integrity, because you keep your own score. For example, you call penalties on yourself. What other sport do you call penalties on yourself? That's the real attraction.
Yeah. Not to get too personal, but Ed, how long have you been in the golf game?
Over 25 years.
Okay. All right. And what attracted you to it?
Someone asked me to go out with them one day, and I said, okay. And I'll start it from there.
Wow. Wonderful. How about you, Ray?
Well, being Washingtonian, bred and raised, at an early age, I learned to play all sports. And I found that it was very challenging at times. And I thought I had it hard until I grabbed hold of a golf club and tried to hit that white ball. You're talking about something challenging. That is a challenging, but also at the same time a very rewarding experience of being able to play this game. It has carried me a long ways. After retiring from DC Park and Recreation, I turned to becoming a professional golf instructor, which I have, and achieved the status or level of a master instructor. Doing it for so many years, being blessed and honored, where I was inducted into the Hall of Fame in the United States Golf Teachers Federation. So it's been very rewarding to me, but the accolades are there, but the desire to teach and help these young people period is so important in my life and in this game of golf, where we can help them along to foster them to understand that hitting the ball is one thing, but also taking along your education that will help you in life, period.
I don't think that people often know, particularly parents. I mean, we think about the parents who are pushing, or the kids that are playing basketball and football, and but there are lots of golf scholarships out there as well.
Very much so. Yes, it
Right,
is.
right. Opportunities for young people to pay their way through college by just trying to hit that little white ball, which is a
Yes,
challenge.
yes, it is. It's a mindsetting thing. Some people take at it and they think they can hit the ball. When they get to it, they can't hit it. They can become frustrated. That's
Yeah,
because they mentally is not accepting the challenge. So
yeah.
this is what we do when we try to help our youth to understand what they're doing, why they're doing, and part of the lifestyle that Ed had mentioned that is so important.
So before we go, I just want you all to share one more time what's going to happen on April the 18th, and what people who might want to come and just be observers, what they can look forward to seeing on the 18th.
Well, first of all, the top two youth in each of our 7 different age gender groups, as long as they shoot a qualifying score, will earn a slot at the international championships in Florida. So we have the ability to send at least 14 kids to Florida from the DC area, and
Wow.
this is a life experience. I mean, it's 6 days at a nice resort, and the entry fee includes golf and the room and most of their meals. So it's quite a production.
I mean, it sounds really exciting. Go ahead, Ray.
We also are doing a fundraising project along with this golf tournament where a person can be a sponsor of a hole. Uh, the donations range from $500, $200 to $50. The 200 and 500 are set up where people can have their business put on hold signs to publish their business, but also to support these young people and the efforts that we're trying to do with these young people so that we can alleviate some of the cost, mostly of the cost that is attached to these kids traveling from one part of the city to another part of
Right, right.
the city. You might say.
Well, count us in, Ray. Count in the Washington Informer. We certainly do want to be one of those sponsors of the whole. So make sure that we do what we need to do to do that. Get the information over to us, and I'm hoping that others that are watching the show will consider being a sponsor as well. This is a tremendous opportunity to send 14 kids, possibly to Florida. It's great. It's great. So I'm glad that you all were here to share this information with us, and we look forward to covering that too.
One thing, Ed, you want to give her the website that they can
Yes,
go to?
I was ready to butt in. Our website, capitaloptimist.org, and look for junior golf, and they can see how to register for their event.
Wonderful.
And to contact us.
Okay, we have that at the bottom of the screen. Hopefully folks will get a chance to take a look at that. Capitaloptimist.org. Is there a space between capital and optimist? No space. All one word. Okay. All right. Thank you so very much. Well, thank you guys for what you do. Go ahead, Ray, you got one more?
Thank you. No, I just want to say thank you so much, Denise, and the Washington Informer, for allowing us to come on the air and let our message get out to the public and to the people. And also a great kudos to Ms. Lassiter for a job well done.
A fearless
That's my
producer.
but. Yes,
Alrighty,
indeed.
alrighty. Thank you so much for
Bye-bye.
the time. And, we again, we'll see you on the 18th.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
All right. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Ray.